Hey peeps, I'm back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about mindset and how it is a muscle what we need to train as well. So the thing with mindset is that sometimes we can go through really good patches of life and we suddenly just get hit with life, and that is always going to happen for however long you are going to stay on this planet. And what we need to learn is that mindsets are a muscle what we need to train to understand and look at the glass half full. There is going to be days where you're going to look at it half empty, because we are not robots, we have emotions, and life is going to test us, because there's different human beings on this planet who like to just do and say things which can really ruffle his feathers. But the main objective here is to look back into ourselves, to understand and protect ourselves, and also have an expectation where people just do the things, but it allows us to still make progress. And especially relating this into health and fitness, what you have to understand is that sometimes you may be doing all of the work correctly, such as like training hard, eating right, and then you step on the scales and you look down and you think, wow, it's not where it's meant to be. And it can really throw a spanner in the works. And if you're not wise, switch off my radio. And if you're not wise to this situation, you can easily sabotage yourself just based off of the sun. Based off the sun. What you have stood on. As you can tell, I've stood on my stereo. Sat on my stereo, it's my butt. But the main thing here is understanding that we've got to take each day as it comes. If we are optimistic, it gives us an opportunity to be more present, to enjoy what we've got, because if we treat the life, what we have, as if there's no tomorrow, you're going to live more now, in the moment. So I don't mean that you need to be impulsive and do really brash, crazy decisions which will detriment your life moving forwards, but if you put the right steps in place in front of you by being a better person, by working on yourselves, the environment what you'll eventually be in and surrounded by will improve as well. So then basically you're minimizing the risks of having these sucky days. And optimism is for free. You can find so much motivational videos out there at the moment. You have no reason to feel poop. Don't get me wrong, the loss of life, diseases, like war, whatever. Unfortunately, stuff like that is always going to happen and it's going to be inevitable. And I'm not saying that you should just get over it. I'm talking to you about how to get through these situations, which will allow you and you to allow yourself to feel 10 times better about your current predicament. Because if we don't have optimism, we just have pessimism. And the majority of the world is very pessimistic, and if we have pity parties every single day, no progress is ever going to be made. And health and fitness is a fantastic way to harness and sharpen that sword to cut through the bullshit of life. So when it comes towards training your mindset, there's quite a couple of suggestions which I have for you, which will help you to make a heap of progress in your life from after this video to the next 10 years. And it's simple. So let's start off with number 1. Start reading. Start reading non-fictional, factual books which are going to help you to personal develop. Or even if you don't want to do that, start with fictional books, because it's better than scrolling and dead scrolling through social media and being distracted by the world. Number 2, journal and reflect. Reflecting and journaling is an awesome way to get all of the mental clutter what's inside of your mind out and onto paper. And especially when you reflect on it in the future, you'll be able to notice like where you've come from when you've progressed from that current situation. Number 3, talking to people who you are inspired by or enjoy being around and having a good laugh, good vibes. As cheesy as it sounds, it's good to be surrounded by people like that, and keeping them close always helps out. And number 4, literally look after yourselves. Like, do whatever you can within your rights and your powers to look after yourselves. And that doesn't mean abuse drugs, get lit, do stupid stuff, because that does not help you out whatsoever. Go to the gym, walk, swim, yoga, do a class, do something which you've never done before, paint. You've got to get into hobbies and healthy habits to reap the benefits. We don't pay the price of fitness, we get the benefits of health back to us, and that's something which is massively overlooked. Whether if you're a bodybuilder, physique competitor, someone who's starting off, or someone who's new, we reap the benefits of doing these healthier actions for us. And we need to remember as well, you literally are what you eat. So the better you eat, the more food you consume which is of higher quality, the more energy you are actually going to sustain and have to do the previous things what I've just been speaking about. Because if you're starving yourself and if you're eating crappy foods, ultra processed, you're forcing your body to do more work than what it needs to, and that's why we can sometimes get abnormal diseases and abnormal different like deformities like developing inside of us, because these companies profit off our health. But we need to start looking at healthier foods for the benefits of what they give us, instead of looking at the price of what we're paying for them. And don't get me wrong, like I know that with the current climate what we're living in, it is pretty expensive, but it's only if you look at it that way and if you're trying to do that on top of your current habits as well. So get yourself to Lidl, Aldi, Tesco's, wherever, use that club card, save some money, because you can eat healthily on a budget, and I will be able to show you how to do that as well, because I've done it all of my 12 years of training. And again, if you're stuck and if you need any help, drop a comment below and I'll do my absolute best to help you out. But yeah, that's today's video, Mindsets and Muscle. Here's a couple of tips for you to start bringing into play and using so that you can actually develop who you are and begin making 2024 your year. Because already those January resolutions, I bet they've gone out of the window, but it's all about making sure that you're making the other 320 odd days count, because there's still a lot of time in this year to make a change for yourself and you deserve it. So anyway, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, share, make sure that you actually get this message out to other people as well, because I'm Joe Patterson PT, this is Passion to Progress, and I'm here to make an impact. Take care.